The real crisis in the world today is not economic crisis, it's not even ecology. It is the crisis of having wise, good leaders to lead the world, whether in corporate life, in politics, and in religions. Leaders, in order to lead, they need to have a clear vision that is holistic and that is empowering for the people. When leaders do not have a clear vision of what they are called to do, this is where the confusion begins. Unfortunately, today most leaders, they tend to be very limited in their vision. Corporate leaders are concerned simply to bring economic prosperity or to bring productivity to the organizations they lead. But they do not consider the long-term implication and effects of what they do with regards to the future of humanity, the future of the environment. Prosperity alone cannot make people happy. We can provide their needs, but we can never give them peace. Very often, they find life meaningless. That is why Jesus is a true visionary. The vision of Jesus is an inclusive vision, where everyone has a place in society, that everyone is important in the eyes of God. That is why Jesus promotes equality, justice, and compassion. Jesus offers a vision that is beyond this world, that the peace and the joy and the love that we have begun here will be brought to its fullness at the end of time. It is because of this vision that Jesus was able to get people to sacrifice the present for the future, to sacrifice themselves, to serve others so that the future would be secured. The lack of moral integrity is what brings division in society. Once the leader loses integrity, they will no longer have the moral authority to lead, and people will not cooperate or listen to them. Unfortunately, in today's world of relativism, it is difficult to speak about what is true, what is right, what is wrong. In the world of moral relativism, even leaders are confused over what is truly good. And as a result, leaders offer pragmatic policies to respond immediately to the challenges present in them. But they do not think through the policies that we make today, how it will affect the future generation. A lack of foresight, because we are more concerned about being popular, being accepted by the people today. That is why to be a good leader with integrity requires leaders who are morally founded, have clear moral principles. But if they do not have principles, then they will just go according to the whims and fancies of the people. And they will not be able to make hard decisions for the greatest good of the people. Right motivation and noble motivation is important. If a leader is simply concerned with himself, with his own enjoyment, with his own benefits, he cannot go far. The only motivation is to be motivated by compassion. Self-sacrifice is not possible without compassion. In fact, if we are leaders, it is because of our compassion for the people, especially for the weak and the vulnerable, that we want to uplift the lives of these people. If you truly love people, you will do everything and even sacrifice for them. But if it is for your own self, then you will not be ready to compromise your convenience. At the end of the day, if you ask me why are leaders shepherds lost, Because we have no time to pray. We have no time to rest. We are responding to the demands of the people. Every day, so many battles to fight, so many complaints, so many oppositions. And so leaders, many of us are tired. We are burnt out. And we are not resting properly. That's why Jesus told the apostles, you need to take time to pray and to rest. If we do not focus ourselves on God, if we are not being enriched by God, empowered by Him, we lose our perspective, we lose our motivation, we become angry, resentful, and most of all, we think that this office becomes a burden. So let us pray, my dear brothers and sisters, that we learn from Jesus, who is truly our good shepherd.